Now we're going to talk about erasing tools. And when you grab, like, we have 3 eraser tools. They're Alexander's favorite. Now,
What the basic eraser tool, other different and raster programs I think do it better.
oh really?
Yeah, I noticed that the regular eraser tool, well, if you shrink it down to 1 pixel and view it as high zoomed in as you can, it doesn't just get rid of 1 pixel, it gets rid of the surrounding pixels, not in the eraser tools range.
Interesting. Yeah, and this is something I see kids doing a lot. Is like they might start to erase this here and then zoom in and get as close as they can. And like let's do what Tim was talking about. Go down to 1 pixel. I see what you're saying. So it takes not just that 1 pixel, it takes the surrounding ones as well. But I see kids going so close, and then what you end up getting when you get that one, you don't even know what you're erasing anymore because you've lost the complete context of what it's around, right?
Because the eraser tool doesn't erase what you want it to erase. It erases whatever the heck it wants to do.
But what I'm saying is that you don't need to go that close up. I really suggest to keep it
If
from
you don't
further
get
back.
some close up, you get some fuzzy tech background into it too.
Well, then the way that these are all brush tips, like brush types, right? And so sometimes you'll want more of a feathered edge. And so sometimes if you're doing that, give me a chance here, okay? So if I go straight up against here, first of all, this is not the way I would do it. I would do, if I'm really trying to erase that chicken away from its background, erase that background, I would use my selection tools because that's a much better way for you to do that. And the next demo I'm going to show you is all about masking. So I wouldn't even do any of this, but I want to show you before I go on to masking, I want to show you why we do masking. Okay, so let me open this back up again. Okay, I'm going to go over to my sombrero here, and I'm going to, here's one reason, here. So here's one reason why we need to erase, like here's one reason why we would select. When I am merging 2 things together, I have that white background on there, right? And so right now I want to delete that white background so I don't see that, okay? A quick, what was that, 2 clicks of the magic wand tool and it's gone.
Yeah.
Now I can grab my move tool up here and I can move that sombrero, but now what's wrong with
It's
this?
in front and it looks weird.
Alexander, put that down. Yeah, so what do I got to do?
Bring to back?
Bring to back? It doesn't work that same sort of way. In fact, what I would have to do is I'm going to come in here with my eraser tool and I'm going to start to take some of this away. Now we can start to see the chicken below in the way that it should. But a good trick is that not that one, sorry. Down here, I can select that hat layer, my sombrero, and I can bring the opacity down on that so that I can see exactly the line where I need to erase where that chicken is.
Yeah, except now you're erasing the little band that goes over.
Yeah, I don't think that band's going to fit, so I think I'm just going to ditch that altogether.
Yeah, that's a dumb band.
No, it's not.
Maybe I can go in and I can find a new band somehow. Where's
Put
my
the same
eraser?
sombrero pad in and just copy paste the hat and
And now I want to decrease the size so that I can fit in here. Oh, you see that, right? So now I got a Control Z. Okay, what do you guys think? Now let me put my opacity back up again. Looks
Fabulous.
okay.
Look.
Now what if I want to bring that down a little bit?
Yeah, it'll mess it all up. You have to start all over.
Yeah, right? Okay. So here's where masking comes in. Let me see where I'm at with my notes here. I'm going to come back and go through some of these other tools, these other background eraser tools, rather in just a moment, because I think now is a great time to talk about masking. I'm going to delete this layer. And
It's precious hat.
I'm going to come over here. I'm going to bring this hat back in. Delete the background. Now this time, deselect that. This time I'm going to create a mask instead of erase. When you guys erase, it's destructive editing. That's what it's called, destructive editing. It's permanent. I can't, without going back and undoing it, I can't just shift that over and make that piece that I erased come back. But with masking, you can. So on my hat layer here, there's a little button right down here, says Add Layer Mask. And then I have a little icon that's linked to that layer. Now I'm going to grab my brush tool. The brush tool should automatically change to just be black and white for our foreground and our background right
That's
here.
Black.
Mm-hmm.
That's brown.
Yeah. And so what it does is that black is going to mask it or hide the image. And when I switch it right here to white, it'll make it come back again. So I got my paintbrush on, I got it on black. I'm going to make that go away. My opacity is only at 30. I think I was playing around with that earlier.
Oh, that's better.
But now, oops.
Ah,
Now I switch it back to white,
what the heck?
and I can make that come back. I don't have to undo it. Now I'll switch back to black, and I can keep going here. Now let me zoom in and see how I'm doing. I got a little bit of a rough edge right there.
I should have gave it
So
to
I'll
the-
switch back to white.
I mean, maracas.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to go do that. Looks like I need to to take a little bit more of that away, so I'll switch to black. So black is going to take it away. White is going to bring it back. Now I'll touch that up again right there and right there. So now if I move this down and say I really want to make this be maybe like up a little bit higher,
Redo.
all I got to do, I'm already on white here and that's going to bring it back. Now I got it fixed. So that's non-destructive editing using masks. So, all right, I want you guys to try that out.